Hey everyone, how you doing? Today we're going to do a very quick video on what I hope is a simple question. Can you have a job in law school? Before we find out, please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, and if you want to be notified every time I post, make sure that you hit that bell notifications button. Alright, let's get started. Like almost every answer to a question in the law or regarding the field of law, the answer to whether you can have a job in law school is it depends. And it depends for a few reasons. First of all, some schools literally will not let you have a job while you are in law school, especially your first year. They want their own rankings and statistics to be high, which means that their students need to focus on their studies. I would recommend that regardless of if you go to one of these schools or not, that especially your first year, you do not take on any kind of job. I know that for everyone's financial situation, that may not be a possibility, but take it from me, you really are not gonna feel like you have time for that. And when you do have time, you're probably not going to want to spend it working. Your upperclassmen years, so your 2L and 3L year, this answer might be yes, you can and maybe should have a job in law school. Now, I'm not talking about waiting tables or checking people out as a cashier, but there's a very high likelihood that you will have some sort of employment while you're in law school. For me, I'm a research assistant this semester, and a lot of people do that for credit, others for pay. If you're on a journal, that is pretty much a job that you just get credit for instead of money. Or if you join a clinic like I will be next semester, and I'm super excited to do videos about that, again, you're going to be required to work maybe up to 20, even 30 hours a week, and you're not going to get paid for that, but you will be paid in class credits. I guess it kind of depends on what you consider a job. If you consider a job to be work that you put in for a set amount of money, there's also, especially this year, a lot of opportunities for remote work that law students are particularly suited for, such as research for projects going on in other countries, or a project that I've been involved in called Laudio. I'll talk about that more in next week's video, where I'm going to be discussing resources that you can use as a law student to help with your studies. But the point is, there's lots of little side gigs you can do for cash if that would be helpful to your financial situation, or you just want to have a little spending money on the side and don't want to use your student loans for that. But that's pretty much the extent of what I would recommend as a typical job while you're in law school. I wouldn't get on salary somewhere other than your school. Probably independent freelance work is the best choice. But if you can expand your definition of a job beyond money to class credits, then you're pretty much going to have to get a job in law school. So again, researching for a professor, getting on a journal, participating in a clinic, or whatever else that your school might provide as an opportunity. These are all awesome lines on your resume that you're pretty much going to talk about like you would any other job. And so that's another reason why I say, on top of your school's requirements and what year you're in, it just depends. I have 3 very part-time sort of paying jobs right now, and next semester I will be working 20 hours a week in a clinic. So I'm definitely an example of somebody who has a job in law school. But let me be clear, you don't need to have one necessarily. Your studies should be your primary focus. Your grades, especially your first year, are what is going to matter most to get those internship jobs over the summer. If you have more questions about this topic or anything else, please let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video or want to see others like it, where I give a short answer to a simple question about law school, please let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. I will see you all next Saturday for that recommended resources while you're a law student video. That's a mouthful. And until then, God bless.